Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's another video breakdown from Charts Blueprint. In this video, I quickly want to break down how I cut over 680 pips from the sell position right here on Boom 500 index, securing a 1 to 5 risk to reward using the exact trade concept I had introduced in my previous video breakdown. I would recommend you go see that video if you haven't done so already. I'll leave the link somewhere in the description below this video. Without further ado, let's get right into the breakdown. Now you have to understand, just paying attention to the daily time frame candlesticks, you can almost tell when there's going to be the next big move in the markets. Before I go in details on the price actions that influenced my trade decision, the first thing I'd like to draw your attention to is this move right here. When we add this price rally from this very level to this level right about here, you can see the kind of candlesticks that were printed us. So this is clearly the daily time frames. And then you can see we had very bullish daily candlestick closes. So we had this daily candlestick looking very bullish with the solid bodied candlestick more than we have the wicks. This clearly telling us of the bias momentum in the market. And then we had the next daily candlestick, even though not as bullish as the previous day, but then ended up closing what as a buy candlestick. And then, of course, we had this third daily candlestick, which I'm very much interested in. So we had clearly this price rally from this level to the level right about here left us with what? These nice 3 daily bullish candlesticks that traded right back into the level. Now, pay attention to this very daily candlestick. You can see how very solid the body of this candlestick is with very little wicks on both sides of the candlesticks. And then this daily candlestick clearly shows the bias momentum in the market. And one would think that having seen this daily candlestick close this bullish, indicating that this is an all bias market, signifying what? The influx of the buying momentum in the market, the influx of the buying orders in the market. One would think after seeing this daily candlestick close this way, the next daily candlestick would see price continue to rally to the upside. But then you would notice that is not the case right here. After having this previous daily candlestick closed this bullish with all of the bias momentum being indicated right here, seeing the kind of daily candlestick formed, we had the next daily candlestick not as bullish as the previous day. And then this ended up closing as a sell candlestick with more of the wicks than the body, indicating a loss of bias momentum. Now, guys, this is clearly reading the candlestick formation right here. I'm obviously not adding up so much to this already. So, merely from understanding the kind of candlesticks that are formed, price had pretty much given us heads up that there's a likelihood of the sellers stepping into the market. Having seen that we had 30 days of very bullish momentum, And then we had this daily candlestick closing with little or no momentum, no bias momentum as compared to the last 3 days. This was a clear indication of what a loss of bias momentum, and that usually sends a signal, is an indication that there's every likelihood that the sellers are going to step into the market. And this is an indication that what the buyers are tired of moving price to the upside. So having seen every one of these, I was 50% certain after seeing this daily candlestick close, indicating the loss of buyer's momentum. I was 50% certain for a fact that the buyers will step into the market to move price to the downside, or maybe a small retracement, or even more, a complete trend shift to the downside, which obviously ended up playing out, where I'd secured myself a nice sell position from the movement. But now, just understanding the concept of momentum and how you can tend to identify where the momentum is shifting from a certain direction to another direction can give you clues as to the next price movements in the markets, clearly identifying from higher time frames. Now, I obviously wasn't going to trade off of the concept of momentum alone. Usually, what I love to do is what I add up the concept of the momentum to every one of my other trade concepts to give me an even more solid trade bias, which I ended up doing. And the very next thing you notice from 1000 index is the fact that we had ourselves a nice, clearly, we had from 1000 index in a bearish market structure. So we had this being the higher low that led us to the swing highs right about here. So for as long as BOM 1000 index stays above and continues to trade above this swing lows right about here, this higher low, we would consider the market trend to be in an uptrend. But then that has not managed to happen. You can clearly see we had ourselves a nice sell-off that has clearly broken below the swing low. Then we have price pointing us a lower low, shifting the market structure on the daily time frame perspective from bullish to bearish. So we have the trend in downtrend. Safe to say, usually, because I'm a pro trend trader, once I have the market structure to the downside, I only want to be looking to sell. So clearly, from the trend bias, I was looking to sell from 1000 index because we clearly had the market trend in to the downside. And also, having seen price printed as this lower low level, this is where I went ahead to mark up using the rectangle tool right here, my daily time frame area of interest, as we have right at this level, owing to the fact that looking to the past, we've had some significant price actions for every of the time we have tested the level. So right here, you can see what the level tested from the upside, held up as resist, as support. And right about here, what the level also tested, held up again as support. And then when we had a break below the level, we had a quick retest of the broken level of resistance, the broken level of support. And then we tested the level from beneath with the level right here holding up as a resistance. As you can see, clearly we have seen price tested this 3 times previously, which is enough for me to certify the level as what? As a key level. Owing to the fact that what previously for 3 times we've tested the level and then what? We've had to what? See price respect the level from beneath and then above. So this for me was a daily time frame key level, a daily time frame area of interest, also coupled with the fact we have what ourselves the level being a psychological level, 140 psychological round number present at the level. So I had this level as a level I pretty much was looking at to make certain decisions when one's price comes into. And then I clearly noticed we had a nice retracement coming to the level as soon as we had this sell impulse that led to the swing lows right about here. We had this nice retracement come right into the level. And then just like we did right here, when we had the break below the level, and then at the retest of the level held up as resistance. Very clearly, we had price come into the level. And just like I was expecting for price to do, find some form of reactions off of the level like it did previously, with the level expected in this case to act as a resistance also, just like it did right here. We had ourselves the nice loss of momentum, loss of bias momentum formed just right at the very level. Now, this is an indication that the level is likely going to hold. So we had every one of these buy momentum come right into the level, and then we had completely lost the bias momentum, as you can see right here, indicating potency of the level. And then, of course, we had the next daily candlestick closing as a nice rejection candlestick from the level, from the psychological round number. Also, what giving us a clear confirmation what that the buyers, that the sellers have pretty much what stepped into the market. Clearly, this is a seller's zone, owing to the fact that what looking to the left, we are about to see price for every of the time we tested the level from the downside. We had a seller from the level. So coming right into the level, we're very much expecting what to see price turn and head to the downside from the level. And then, of course, we saw confirmations of the potency of the level, owing to the fact we had ourselves a nice loss of bias momentum. And then we're having to see a rejection, daily time frame rejection candlestick from the level, indicating that what the buyers were trying to move price to the upside, that succeeded in moving price to the highs right about here. And then because this is a seller's zone, we had the sellers kick into the markets and then they push the price back to the downside, closing back below the level, closing back below the psychological one. And then just to add up more confidence as to why this level was very strong, introducing the Fibonacci retracement from the previous swing highs right here to the most recent swing low. You can see how we had the level being a perfect confluence level. We have our daily time frame area of interest, daily key level, psychological level, aligning perfectly with our Fibonacci 78.6 reversal level. And then we had the ninth retracement coming to the Fib reversal level. We had the loss of momentum right at the Fib reversal level. And then we had a nice daily rejection candlestick formed off of the Fibonacci 78.6 reversal level, off of the daily time frame key level, psychological level. Now, every of the indications clearly were pointing to the fact that from 1000 index was ready to head to the downside. So we had strong convincing reasons why selling boom 1000 index from this current level was a no-brainer. We're clearly seeing the daily time frame in a downtrend. We're clearly seeing we had a nice retest of the daily time frame key level, psychological level. We're clearly seeing we had a retest of the 78.6 Fibonacci reversal level. And then we had what? As soon as we retested this level, we had the nice loss of bias momentum kicking right at the level. And then, of course, we had a nice daily rejections forming off of the daily time frame key level, off of the 78.6 psychological level. For me, this was a no-brainer. I was very much certain for a fact that what after seeing every one of these convincing reasons, from 1000 index was going to head to the downside. This is where I'd pretty much gone to identify my next level targets for take profits, where I'd quickly mark up the 13300 psychological level, owing to the fact also once again looking to the past. For every of the time we tested the level, we have had to see some significant movements to the opposite direction from the level. You can see we had a test of the level from the downside, and then the level held up as resistance right here. And when we were above the level, upon the retest of the level held up as support. And right here, which was the most recent time, where I can see clearly we tested the level from the upside and then the level held up once again as support. So pretty much I was expecting for price to do the very same thing. Upon looking to sell from 1000 index from this very daily time frame key levels right here, I was pretty much expecting for price to come and then want to find that next support right at the level, owing to the fact that we're looking to the left, price had pretty much done the very same thing. As soon as we tapped here, we're then seeing what a change in the direction. So I was pretty much expecting for price to do the very same thing. So I had my take profit level target at the 13,000 psychological level for every one of my selling opportunities. Now, having had my daily time frame confirmations for a sell right from this very level, this is where I usually will scale down to a lower time frame, as I love to have multiple time frames favor a certain trade bias before jumping in on the trade. This is only just another concept called confluence. I love to gather clues as to the probability of price favoring a certain move from the different time frames. This helping me build a high probability set. So moving down to the hourly time frame. The hourly time frame, I clearly also noticed at the retest of my daily time frame area of interest, had a nice case of a bearish divergence. Clearly, where I have the awesome oscillator indicator giving me the lower highs, and then the candlesticks presented higher highs. as you can see right here. So this being what a clear case of a bearish divergence. I think you can see this even more clearer or looking at 2-hourly time frame. Yes, so we have that right here. While we had the candlesticks printing us higher highs, clearly we had the awesome oscillator indicator clearly printing us higher lows. Being again a clear case of a bearish divergence. And then what? A bearish divergence is an indication of an imminent trend reversal in the markets. I have an entire video where I thought about this concept, and I'll leave a link also in the description to that video. I'd also suggest you go see that video also. Back again to the 4-hourly time frame. So like I said, as soon as we had a tap of our daily time frame area of interest, we had ourselves a perfect bearish divergence, 4-hourly time frame bearish divergence, signifying an imminent trend reversal from bullish to bearish. And then also confirming the daily time frame trade bias was the fact that we had ourselves a perfect chart reversal pattern, 4-hourly time frame chart reversal pattern, being the head and shoulder pattern, which is a sell reversal pattern. And now you can see what every one of the confluences at play clearly pointing to the downside and giving me indications that what selling Beaumont as an index from this very level was a no-brainer. And this is where I had my entry signal for sell at the formation of the potential right shoulder. You can clearly see we had ourselves a nice rejection from the level, nice rejection from the psychological level. And then also we had the next hourly candlestick printed us a bearish momentum candlestick, a bearish engulfing candlestick, and that was my entry signal for sell. I had my stop loss come right above the potential right shoulder. Now this was a rather very tight stop loss, owing to the fact that what every one of the indications clearly had pointed to the downside. And for me, I was quite convinced that Beaumont as an index was all set to edge to the downside. Then as soon as I had my entry on this, I had my overall targets for take profit right at the 13,300 psychological level, where I'd clearly secured a nice 1 to 5 risk to reward on this very great setup right here. And this took a little over 4 days to get to my anticipated take profit level. Now that's it, guys. I would love for you to leave me your thoughts in the comment section, what you think about this. And then do well to like and share this video. Thanks again for staying till the very end of this video. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on subsequent videos like this. Thank you guys. See you in the next video.